Honor your father and your mother. Exodus 20:28. Greetings to you all in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Today we are going to learn about measurement. And this measurement is important in physics because it allows scientists to compare data and communicate with each other about the results. So measurement is very important. And in your book, the definition given about measurement is: measurement is the process of comparing a given physical quantity with a known standard quantity of the same nature. Physical quantity means the quantity that can be measured. Length, we can measure length. So length is a physical quantity. Mass can be measured. So mass is a physical quantity. So measurement is a process of comparing a given physical quantity with a known standard quantity of the same nature. We need standard unit for measurement to make our judgment more reliable and accurate. For proper dealing, measurement should be same for everybody. So here the definition for unit. Unit is a quantity of constant magnitude which is used to measure the magnitude of other quantities of the same manner. While selecting a unit of a physical quantity, there are few things to keep in mind. The first one is it should be possible to define the unit without ambiguity. Ambiguity means not clear. That means when you choose a unit, it should be clear. And second point, the unit should be reproducible. And third one, the value of unit should not change with space and time. The three system of units are CGS system or French system, FPS system or British system, MKS system or metric system. In CGS system, the unit of length is centimeter, unit of mass is gram, and the unit of time is second. In FPS system, the unit of length is foot, unit of mass is pound, and the unit of time is second. In MKS system, the unit of length is meter, unit of mass is kilogram, and the unit of time is second. These are the three system of units. There are two types of units. One is fundamental units or base units. Another one is derived units. First, let us see fundamental units. GIS are the three basic fundamental quantities, that is mass, length and time. We already know that the SI unit of mass is kilogram, the length is meter, and for time it is second. Now, with the growth of scientific technique and knowledge over the time, it was realized that these three units cannot be used to describe all other known physical quantities. If we take an example of light and electric current, if we have to write the units for light, we cannot express light in kg, or we cannot express light in meter or in second. Same goes for electric current. We cannot write electric current in kg or in meter or in second. We cannot use GIS units for light as well as electric current. What should we do? Which unit we should use for light and electric current? In order to solve all these problems, 4 more units were introduced by the General Conference of Weights and Measures in the year 1960 as fundamental units or basic units. That means after the year 1960, there were in total 7 units which would considered as fundamental units as per the SI units unit. So you have understood the needs of fundamental units. Now let us study all the 7 units in details. Fundamental quantities and their units. First of all, we will discuss 3 fundamental quantities of the units, and then after that we will discuss 4 more fundamental quantities and their units introduced in 1960. Apart from that, there are 2 complementary units. So first of all, the basic 3 fundamental units quantities which is existed initially. Mass. What is mass? It is the amount of matter present in an object. and the fundamental unit for mass is kilogram. Here we have taken some object which has some mass, so we can measure this mass with the help of a balance. Next is length. What is length? It is the extent of something from end to end. If we take this as an initial point and this at the end point of any rope or any thread, like that, this whole line is considered as a length, so that it is an extent of something from one end to the other end. The fundamental unit for length is meter. And we have shown the measuring tape to measure the length. Now time. What is time? It is the duration in which event occur. The fundamental unit for time is second, and here a stopwatch is there which can be used to measure the time duration. Now, apart from the mass, length and time, the other four fundamental quantities that were introduced were temperature, luminous intensity, electric current and amount of substance. So let us study. First of all, temperature. Temperature is nothing but it is the intensity of heat present of an object. The fundamental unit for measuring temperature is Kelvin. I have shown the image of a thermometer which is used to measure the temperature in Kelvin. As such, we can use a Celsius unit, but here we are talking about the fundamental unit, so Kelvin is here. The next is luminous intensity. What is luminous intensity? It is the power of light flowing out of the surface. Here you can see the electric bulb, and the power of the light flowing out from it is known as the luminous intensity. And the unit in which luminous intensity can be measured is candela. The next is electric current. What is electric current? It is the flow of charge per unit time. And the unit in which electric current is measured is ampere. Here we have taken the image of a meter which is used to measure the electric current. Last fundamental quantities is the amount of substance. What is amount of substance? It is the number of particles present in a substance. If you take a bag and consider some particles are inside the bag, and this number of particles is considered as the amount of substance. And the fundamental unit for measuring amount of substance is mole. Mole cannot be measured by any instrument. Here no measurement is there. But here I shown the image of an atom. It's because of atom is also a collection of proton, electron and neutrons. So we have finished all the fundamental quantities. Let's talk about complementary quantities and their units. The two complementary quantities that were introduced are angles and solid angles. First of all, what is angle? It is a space between two intersecting lines. When we are talking about angle, the two lines are intersecting as you see here, and that the part, this intersecting lines, that angle is called the angle, and the SI unit for that angle is radian. The other one is a solid angle. What is solid angle? It is an angle in 3 dimensions. So when we take the angle in 3 dimensions in 3D space, then we call it as solid angle. The fundamental unit associated with solid angle is steradian. So we have finished the discussion about all the fundamental quantities as well as the complementary quantities. Let's define 1 meter distance with respect to the light. Before defining this meter, you should know what distance the light travels in 1 second in a vacuum. Light travels exactly 299,792,458 meter of the distance in 1 second. So, mathematically, if light travels 299,792,458 458 meter in 1 second. So in what time light travels exactly 1 meter distance? By cross multiplying, we can calculate t is equal to 1 divided by 299,792,458. This will be time taken by light to travel exactly 1 meter distance. So the definition for meter is, the meter is length of the path traveled by light in vacuum during a time interval of 1 divided by 299,792,458 of a second. So it is a standard definition. Now let us see the definition of kilogram. The cylinder you can see here is made up of platinum iridium alloy, and it is the only prototype of 1 kilogram with reference to its all the kilograms in the world. It is carefully preserved in the International Bureau of Weights and Measurement, situated at Sèvres near Paris, France. And it is carefully preserved, keeping all the atmospheric conditions in mind. You can see the glass container with all the control pressure, temperature and atmospheric pressure. Let us see the definition of kilogram. Kilogram is equal to the mass of the international prototype of kilogram, made up of platinum iridium alloy cylinder, kept at International Bureau of Weights and Measures at Sèvres near Paris, France. The definition was given in the year 1889. Now what is 1 second? It is cesium atom and it has 1 electrons in its outermost orbit. Now when this electron oscillate between 2 hyperfine levels, we always get waves. Whenever there is oscillation, it gives us waves. Now these waves has some characteristics. Among them, the basic characteristic is a time period of the wave. That is, time to complete one wave is called 1 period. If these waves covers exactly 9,192,631,770 periods, then that is what called 1 second. The definition technically given as, the second is a duration of 9,192,631,770 periods of radiation, corresponding to the transition between 2 hyperfine levels of the ground state of the cesium atom. Finally, we have covered the syllabus in measurement and experimentation. Continue to learn. Thank you.